You are my warm place. You are my mad strike, set me ablaze. I wish we could stay, but I got other demons I need to face. You left me with a heavy heart.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Johnny's Online Quiz. How are we all doing? Hope you've had a great weekend. It's not been too bad. I mean, you know, you're certain members of the royal family, probably not been such a good few days, but there you go. What can you do? I'm not saying anything, me. I'm not saying anything. Said my piece, you know, in my head. Okay, so tonight, guys, just before we get started, I've got someone on Twitch streaming me. He's big time. He's big time Charlie. I don't know anything about it because, you know, I'm a bit old school. I can barely turn my telly on. But I have to say at the beginning that I give the people of Twitch, the good people of Twitch, permission to broadcast me on his channel. Okay? Now, if any of you use Twitch, it's a little bit of a return the favour and a thank you from me. I'm going to post his name, you know, his Twitch ID thing, along with the scores of tonight's quiz. When I post that on Facebook tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to put that on there. And if you can be bothered and give him a nice lovely follow as a little bit of a thank you, then that would be fantastic, because he's broadcasting me, so I feel like it's only right that I should, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, that type of thing. So I'll be posting that on. Now, I do believe we've got a couple of new people on tonight. Maybe one, maybe two, possibly even three. So we will go through everything as we always do. Even if I don't think that there's anyone new on, I always just like to refresh everyone because you never know. People might forget. I'm like, oh yeah, God, you know what? I remember that. But the most important thing that I need to tell you before we get cracked on is something we call the rule of 5. Now, the rule of 5, what's that? Well, it's boring internet-based stuff, but I have to basically make sure that you are aware that because we're broadcasting on YouTube, there is a delay. It's only 3.5 seconds, but what we do is I put a 3.5 second delay into my quiz software. So when I say something and what you're looking at and what you get on your phone and on the YouTube, give or take a fraction of a millisecond, all pretty much looks as it should and everything matches up. However, because of that 3.5 second delay, each question, there's a time limit that you can answer. If you don't answer within the time limit, you don't get any points. So each question basically is 3.5 seconds less than what's advertised. To make that make sense, because I've got a wonderful habit of overcomplicating things. Basically, you get 20 seconds to answer the question. Imagine there's 15. Because if you wait until those last sort of 5 seconds, then because of the delay, I might not actually get your answer. So you might think you've got 5 seconds, but really you've got like 1.5 seconds. So just make sure that, imagine, you've got to get your answer in with at least 5 seconds left on the clock to be absolutely super safe that your answer has been received by me and all is well. Also, as well, sometimes YouTube can lag behind a little tiny bit. If that is the case, and you're getting the questions, perhaps like last week, some people thought that they were getting the questions before everyone else because the YouTube was behind, and the questions they were getting on the phone was like, weren't the questions, the questions on the YouTube was coming up shortly after. It doesn't mean what you think it means. It means YouTube's lagging behind slightly. Just concentrate on what's on your phone. All the questions and the answers and everything that you need, all the information appears on the device that you're playing on. So if your YouTube's lagging a little bit, just like, just don't worry about that. Focus on your phone, and then as soon as you hit the end of, because at every other round we have like a 3-minute break, as soon as we hit the point where we're going for a break, and it'll say so on your phone, it'll say we're going for a break, just kill your YouTube stream, start it again. It should all refresh and sync back up. Everybody's happy, okay? That's just, like I said, a little bit of techno babble. It just saves me a job of explaining it later on. Also as well tonight, don't forget we are doing free bingo as well. So we got a game of bingo coming up at the end of the quiz, so don't go anywhere. You can all take part in that. We play cash bingo on a Saturday night. You have to pay for that. So what we do on a Tuesday, we play free, but the winner gets a free ticket for Saturday's bingo. Also as well with that, if you have bought your bingo tickets for Saturday in bulk, it goes, we basically keep a tally, keep a score, and if you get 3, that equals a 3 months pass. You get 3 months pass on bingo. Marvellous. Everybody wins. Right then, let's get cracked on with the quiz. So round 1, it is general knowledge, and it's multiple choice. All the questions are multiple choice, so don't worry about that. 10 points for a correct answer, which will reduce to 7 if you take too long. That's just to push you into making sure you answer promptly, so you're not leaving it too late and delaying if you end up getting the answer in a little bit too late and then you don't get any points. It can be very disheartening. So just like to make sure that you just, be as quick as you can. 3 points for the fastest correct answer as well, so it's additional incentive to be quick. 2 points for the second fastest and 1 extra bonus point for the third fastest. So if you're in the top 3 fastest teams to get it right, you get some extra points. If you do get the fastest finger bonus twice, that's the 3 points for being the fastest, twice at any point in this round, I will dock you 20 points. And I have got my piece of paper and pencil, so I'm writing them down. Oh, because it's not done automatically, I have to do that manually. It's a bit of a Monopoly paradox, get roll 3 doubles, so you go to prison. You know the score. So that's that. Now, all the answers and the questions appear on your screen, on your keypad, on your phone, so just keep an eye on that and just make sure you tap the answer which you think is correct. It could not be more simple. One thing before we get started, though, well, 2 things. And the most important rules are, top shaggers only, no wet wipes. Now, the first question, okay, is actually a bonus question. So what's happened here is, a friend of mine, he wants to put in this question. It's just a little joke between him and a couple of his friends, which is why we're streaming on Twitch, by the way. Now, there are no points available for this question. However, we have agreed between us that if more than 25% of our teams get it right, he will slap an extra £5 on to your prize money for tonight. So it's £10. It'll go up to 15 if more than 25% get it right. And that's courtesy of, well, I'll give his name away at the end of this question. Because it's a bit of a surprise. But that's basically the deal that we arranged earlier. So if more than 25% of you get this one right, there's no points available, so don't panic if you don't get it right. He's going to chuck an extra fiver onto the score. So basically, we've got playing tonight. Good numbers for a Tuesday, 42. So we'll call that 10. We need at least 10 of you to get this one right. Okay? So here's your first question. For no points, but for potential extra money for the winner. Who is this man? He's a quizzer, and he's one of those names there. It's either Adam H, 1988, The Suit, or Disco Dave. Who is that man? You'll notice I give you an extra few seconds as well. Get your answers in before the Rule 5, remember? Okay, so that is Adam H, 1988, and I can confirm, unfortunately, only 9 of you got it right, which is a shame. Okay, what name links a New Zealand bird and a fruit? A kiwi, an apple, or a pear? What are points now, so get these right. The correct answer is a kiwi. And well done, you all got that one right. So fantastic. Great start. The fastest to get it right.
I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
It's the Alabama Fire Dragon, which, by the way, if you go on to Urban Dictionary and look that up, it's pretty good value. Well done to Fattening Frogs for Snakes and Furious Space. Furious Space because someone's nicked his buzzer. So if you were the person who stole the glorious buzzer, champion, well done. You've really annoyed Andrew, which I think we can all agree is quite funny. Here's your next question. What is the capital city of Hungary? The correct answer is Budapest, of course, and well done, you all got that one right as well. The fastest to get that one right.
I hear you're a racist now, father.
Furious Space. Who is Furious? Well done, the space, the suit, and E equals MC Hammer. Well done, guys. Fastest finger bonuses. It all adds up. Here's your next question. The credits at the beginning of a film are called the opening what? The correct answer is titles. And you all got that one right as well. I'm making these questions too easy for you tonight. Fastest to get it right.
Nothing suits me like a suit.
Well done, the suit. Fattening Frogs for Snakes. And well done, Shelley. Getting some extra bonus points in there. Well done, Shelley. Here's your next one. Which professional would use a stethoscope? The correct answer is, of course, a doctor. You all got that one right as well. Well played. The fastest.
Hello, baby.
It's everyone's favourite guy. Fattening Frogs for Snakes. Well done, Harold. Well done, the Donuts. And well done, Kaylee Mack. Here is your next question. Which of these is not considered a Balkan country? See, process of elimination, really. Because one of them is Scandinavian, which is Denmark. Well done to 36 teams that got that one right. Well done. The fastest to get it.
I hear you're a racist now, father.
20 points. Furious Space. What are you playing at? Absolute insanity. Well done, the Donuts, and well done, Fattening Frogs for Snakes. Here's your next question. The names of which 2 Shakespeare characters are used in the NATO alphabet? Correct answer is Romeo and Juliet. R for Romeo, J for Juliet. Know your phonetic alphabet comes in handy, let me tell you. Fastest to get that one right.
Briefcase wanker.
Kaylee Mack, well done, Furious Space and Disco. Look at Furious Space still going for it, look. Second fastest. Dicing with death, playing with fire. Now I'm fast and furious, it's just messaged me. Okay, so no double ups apart from Furious Space in that one. We are moving on to our second round now, guys. That's the end of round one, straight into round two. We got a new round for you tonight. There was a lot of controversy about this because we usually have Family Fortunes as round two, but we've changed it just for a little bit, just because I fancied shaking things up just a tiny bit. Family Fortunes will return. What we probably will do with Family Fortunes is I will make an extra round at the end of maybe just 2 questions or maybe even 1. And we'll play for league points for the annual league instead of doing it as a full round in the quiz. But for now, we're going to do 50-50. Why is it called 50-50? Well, I'm glad you asked. Basically, it's a knockout format. Last team standing, or teams, if you make it to the final question and get it right, you get 20 points, okay? But if you get one wrong, you have to sit out. Each question only has 2 options to choose from, hence 50-50. So even if you're not sure, you can have a good old guess. And you never know, you might end up getting some extra points if you manage to get lucky all the way through to the end. There's only 5 questions, so it could happen. They're a little bit tougher than the questions you've had so far, at least the latter ones are. It will get progressively more difficult, and the final question will be the hardest question you'll face in the first couple of rounds at least. Okay? Now, no speed bonuses. And we're 20 seconds on the timer. So we don't care how fast you get it right, you've just got to get it right. But please, please bear in mind your rule of 5. Okay? Here's your first question. The flight of which bird is used to describe the shortest distance between 2 points? The correct answer is crow. Because we say, as the crow flies. That's the old saying. Now, well done to those of you that got it right. We've lost a couple. If you did get that one wrong, don't go anywhere. Well, you can actually, because we're having a break at the end of this round. So if you did get that one wrong, you've got an early break. Because we're not any more questions until round 3. Okie dokie. Here's your next question. Kobe Bryant played for the LA Lakers in which sport? The correct answer is basketball. Well done if you got that one right. We've maintained most of the players, so we're doing all right. Here's your next one. A gaggle of geese becomes a skein when the geese are where? Told you they were going to get tough. Make sure you have a guess though. Don't be sitting it out. Don't be timing out. Just press one. It's 50-50. You've got to have a go. At least have a go. The correct answer, in the air. So there you go. You can impress your friends with that next time you see them, which hopefully will be in a couple of weeks' time. You know what I mean? A gaggle of geese becomes a skein of geese when the geese are in the air. Okay, here's your next one. Jane Torville's Olympic medal winning partner was called what? James Dean or Christopher Dean? Of Torville and Dean. Come on, don't time out. Make sure you have a guess. Well done. So the correct answer is Christopher Dean. Jane Torville and Christopher Dean. Final question. If you get this one right, you're still in. You got 20 points. Which rapper was backed by the Furious 5? The correct answer is Grandmaster Flash. The 17 teams got that one right, and that, if you got it right, you got 20 points. That is the end of round 2. Go and have a lovely poo. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, if you're lagging on your YouTube stream, now's the time to kill it and start it again. Also as well, don't forget, bingo coming up after the quiz. It is free. Marvellous. We'll see you in a bit. Okie dokie, it's time for round 3. Round 3 is called the Eliminator. It's not as drastic as it sounds, don't worry, it's just a name. Basically, with the way the Eliminator round works, you just start off with 6 answers and they're eliminated with time, making it easier to answer. That's why it's called the Eliminator. So you start off with 6 possible answers on your multiple choice, 15 points available at the start of the timer with 30 seconds on the clock. As the timer ticks down, the amount of points that you get if you get it right will reduce, but every 3 seconds one of the incorrect answers will disappear, making it theoretically easier to answer. Now, I must remind you about the rule of 5. The timer will tick down and you'll drop down to only 2 answers remaining. Once it gets to that point, you'll be at the lowest possible point. But again, make sure you've got your answer in before the 5-second cut-off at the end, just to make sure that we do get an answer. If it's something you're completely unfamiliar with and you haven't got a clue, then you could just wait until it gets to 2 and then at least you can have a 50-50 guess. Or you could go straight in for the big money. It's totally up to you. But that's how it works. Fastest finger bonus, 3 for the fastest team, 2 for the second fastest, and would you believe it, 1 for the third fastest. Okay, so those are your speed bonuses. But as usual, if you get the fastest finger bonus twice in this round at any point, you'll lose 20 points. Which, by the way, I still have to take off of you, Mr. Bayliss. And I've also not put on any of the bonus points from Saturday. So what I'm going to have to do is, at the end of round 4, which is coming up next, we normally have a look at the scores and then have a break. What we'll have to do is have a break and then look at the scores before we start round 5. But enough about that. Let's get cracked on with your questions. Is your first one. Complete the title of the Beatles' #1 single, I Wanna Hold Your What? Well, that didn't take you very bloody long, did it? Well done. You all got it right. The correct answer is hand. Actually, looking at that. Oh, some people are still knocked out from the previous question. What we're going to have to do is undo the last question and unlock everyone. I didn't realise I would have to do that. I thought it would happen automatically. I'm very, very sorry. So I thought then, only 16, that's not right. So don't panic. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. We'll just undo the last question. Okay, and we will re-enable those that were knocked out in that last round. Oh, so that's something else I'm going to have to remember to do, and something else I'll probably forget to do. I have to start adding an extra question into the eliminator round, just in case I forget to do that. Okie dokie, enable. There we go. Okay, I'm really sorry about that, guys. You should all be back on, and the result of the last question has been taken off. So apologies if you knew that one and you got it right. It don't count. I'm really sorry. Right, you should all be okay now. Here's your next question. Ignore that. Well done, Hamilton. Unfortunately, that doesn't count. You don't get the bonus points. But on the plus side, if you get the next one right and you're the fastest, I won't take 20 points off you. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. Right, here we go. The company Canon is well known for making what? Cameras is the correct answer. Most of you got that one right. The fastest to get it.
I hear you're a racist now, Father.
Furious Space is going for it. He's like, do me, I don't care. Take another 20 points off me. I'll get it back in speed bonuses. So, Furious. Okie dokie. Oh, also well done, The Suit and the Alabama Fire Dragon. Oh, by the way, the Alabama... That's easy for me to say. I told you to look up Alabama Fire Dragon on Urban Dictionary. They're normally called, as a team, the Alabama Hot Pockets. Now, someone has just messaged me and said, Alabama Fire Dragon is funny. Alabama Hot Pocket is disgusting. I'm going to tell you that if you want to look at that in the Urban Dictionary, that is entirely your choice. And I will not be held responsible for any of the therapy that you will need after reading it, okay? So, it's on you. If you're easily upset, do not do that, okay? If you're disgusting like me, oh look, it's funny. Right, here's your next one. The venues of Monza, Silverstone and Monte Carlo are associated with which sport? The correct answer is, of course, motor racing. Well done to most of you. Got that one right. The fastest.
Briefcase wanker.
Kaylee Mack. So I'm going to write that one down. Well done, fattening frogs for snakes. And well done, you're a quizard, Harry. Speed bonuses for you. Here's your next question. Which of these is the third planet from our sun? Seriously? The third planet from the sun. You sat on it. That's where the TV show Third Rock from the Sun comes from. I feel like we've covered this once before. Anyway, only 29 of you know your solar system. My very easy. Oh no, eager. My very eager mother just served us 9 pizzas. Obviously not pizzas anymore because Pluto's not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. But there you go. Remember that for next time. The fastest to get it right.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
Pivot!
Pivot!
I don't think it's going to pivot anymore.
E equals MC Hammer. Well played, sir. Well done, you're a quizard, Harry. And Bonzo52. Here's your next question. Which city was largely destroyed by a great fire in 1871? The correct answer, Chicago. Chicago. I know a lot of you went for London. Unfortunately, that is not the correct date. It was before then, I think. It was 1600s or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, Chicago, 1871. Huge fire. Took out most of the city. Very sad. 6 teams got it right, which I would imagine Furious, Kaylee Mack, and E equals MC Hammer, if they got that one right, they're probably a little bit worried around about now because they might lose 20 points. The fastest to get it right. Oh,
Nothing suits me like
the suit has saved Fattening Frogs for Snakes and Kaylee Mack. Well done, the suit. He saved their lives. Okay then, guys, that is the end of round 3. We're going straight into round 4. Round 4 is fun and games. We're just going to play. We got the first game is play your cards right. Now, I'll go over this, how to actually play. It's dead easy. Look at your keypad. You'll see you've got some different buttons now. A, B, C, D, E, F, etc. We're looking at A and B. Those are the only 2 buttons that you're going to need. Okay? Now, I reckon you can figure it out, what I'm going to say next. Play your cards right is guessing whether or not the next card is going to be higher or lower than the current card. You press A if you think the card is going to be lower. You press B if you think the card is going to be higher. It's that simple. Just a couple of things before we actually go on with the pressing. The card denominations, ace is the highest card in the deck. So it goes Jack, Queen, King, Ace. 2 is the lowest, so you've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay? Now, pressing A to say you think the next card is going to be lower also covers you for a pair. Okay? So if, for instance, it's 9 and you go lower, if it's another 9, you're still in. If you go higher and it's another 9, you're out. So it's a knockout format. The last team standing, or teams, if you all get to the final card, you get 20 points. Okay? So you can't do anything yet. You'll notice that you've got the team names above there, above the cards on the screen. When they turn a different colour, it means that team has put in a vote. So please make sure you keep an eye on yours if you can find it. Make sure that it's turned a different colour. Don't forget there'll be a little bit of a delay, 3.5 seconds before you actually see it change. Because if yours is sat like that in green, it means we've not had your vote yet and we're waiting for you, okay? So just keep an eye on that. So I'm going to press the button when you see the text appear on the screen, basically saying what I've just said. You can now place your bets, okay? So the next card is going to be lower or equal. Press A. If you think it's going to be higher, you press B. You'll notice that your name will come up in blue if you've pressed A for lower, and it'll come up in orange if you press B for higher. So looks like everyone's getting on with it. We're just waiting for Vamplu, Boomer. No, just Vamplu now. There we go. Everyone's in. Okay, so your next card is a 4. It's lower. So if you are out, don't go anywhere. We've got another game coming up after this before we have our break, okay? So the text is on the screen. It means you can take your bets. Do you think it's going to be higher or lower than a 4? Now, obviously, most people are going to go higher because 4 is quite a lower card. If you want to gamble, if you're a gambling man or lady or person, you could go lower and look to steal. Waiting for the Alabama Fire Dragon. Anyway, everyone's playing safe with going higher. Oh, you were lucky. It's a 7. What we're saying, higher or lower than a 7? So 7 is, I think, technically it's on the lower side of things. So I suppose if you're playing strictly by numbers and odds, then higher would be the most likely, I think. I'm not sure. Well, everyone's in. Let's find out. Oh, it's a 9, so it is higher, but only just. Place your bets then, the remaining teams. So we've still got in here Donuts, Universally Challenged, Kaylee Mack, Fattening Frogs for Snakes, Let's Get Quizzical, The Greys, Equalisers, Team Hedon, Furious Space. Oh, I've got loads still in. Come on, hurry up! Hurry up! Just waiting for TSJ. There we go. We're in now. Here we go. It's a 10. It was higher. So we're down to the final 12 teams now. Place your bets on a 10, higher or lower. Who have we got? Who's going all the way here? Universally Challenged, Team Hedon, Whiskey Business, the Alabama Fire Dragon, Bordering on Madness, Z&T with Dealey, Disco Dave, Fleetwood Mac, Salt Smorts, TSJ, E = MC Hammer. Well, we're going to lose some of you. The next card is lower. So, we're down to the final 8. There's only 2 cards remaining. Place your bets on a 4. Now, are you going to play it safe and go with higher, or are you going to live dangerously and go lower? Disco Dave's thinking, he's gone for it! He's gone for it! Well, brother, best of luck. Your next card. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well done, though, for gambling, John. Good stones. Cojones. Okay, so we're down to the final 7 teams. Place your bet for your last card. It is a jack. Do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. I do what I gotta do. You do what you gotta do. Everyone's gone lower. Your next card is lower, so you all get 20 points. Well done, you're a Quizzed Harry, Z&T with Dealey, Whiskey Business, the Alabama Fire Dragon, Bordering on Madness, Salt Smorts, and E = MC Hammer. Well done. Next game then, guys, we've got a horse race for you. So you'll notice that you've got a list of horses in front of you with the button next to him. Look, see, A for Johnny's Mondeo, B for Why the Long Face. Just got to back a horse, just pick one of those letters. It doesn't matter which one you choose because it's completely random. Okay, the winning horse gets you 20 points. If your horse comes in second, you get 15. And if it comes in third, you get 10 points. Okay? Okay. So, pick a horse. I think we're waiting on just 2 more teams. 1 more team, and then we can move along. Press it again if, you know, it might not register on yours. Just waiting for 1 team. Come on. There we go. Okie dokie. So, we're at the Dubai racetrack. Best of luck. I will provide some commentary. You have to wait to let them get out of the traps because they're all quite close together and they move up and down too. It's no good. Okay, so Johnny's Mondeo in the lead. Future Glue in second place. Just Vauxhall Horser in third, Wet Wipe in fourth, Sir Trotsalot in fifth. Oh, Sir Trotsalot's moved up into third. Oh, Sir Trotsalot's pushing second. He's moving into second place, which means Why the Long Face is at the back. Wet Wipe is in fifth, Vauxhall Horser is in fourth, and Future Glue is in third. Johnny's Mondeo is still at the front with a bit of a lead. Opening up some space there. We've got Vauxhall Horser in second, third. Up and down, second, third and fourth. It's so tight between those 3. Vauxhall Horser, Wet Wipe and Future Glue. Although Vauxhall Horser looks to be making a bit of ground up on Johnny's Mondeo. Wet Wipe is still in third. Quite high up for Wet Wipe. Don't normally do that well. Sir Trotsalot in fourth. Why the Long Face in fifth. And Future Glue at the back in last place. Oh, the rest of the pack have caught up to Johnny's Mondeo. It looks like Vauxhall Horser and Wet Wipe are going to Oh no, no, he's making some way again. Vauxhall Horse is still in second. No. Wet White. Vauxhall Horse has dropped it. Vauxhall Horse has dropped into fourth. White the Long Faces took the lead. So Trotslot's in second. Johnny's Mondeo is in third. It looks like it's going to stay that way. So Trotslot's going to take it. White the Long Face in second. Johnny's Mondeo in third. Those are your points. Unlucky Vauxhall Horse at Wet White and Future Glue 0 point. Now, before we have our break, we're going to do a little Wheel of Fortune. We're just going to give the teams in last place a little bit of a shot in the arm, just to give them a little bit of a boost up. So we're going to go with the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, let's boost that up. 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to go with the bottom 11 teams, okay? So if your name appears on the list, you'll see we've got the Wheel of Fortune there. Whatever that lands on, those are the points that you're going to get. Okay, doke. Here we go. I think did we have a 10 last week? I think we had we don't normally get 10s and 8s, but we had one last on Saturday. I'm sure we did. Best of luck. Here we go. What's it going to land on? Oh, it's going to be an 8. Oh, you cheeky monkeys. There you go. 8 points for you guys there on the right-hand side on the list. Fantastic. Now, normally at this point we have a look at the scores, but because I need to do some jiggling with the points, we're going to have a little break, and then we're going to come back and look at the scores. So, 3 minutes. We'll see you a short while. Okie dokie, let's have a look at the scores. I've still not took Andrew's points off. Well, I'm doing it now. go. Sorted. Righty, let's have a look at the scores before we go into our next round. Whiskey Business in the lead, Bordering on Madness in second place, Fattening Frogs for Snakes in joint third with the Alabama Fire Dragon. Oh, and Adam H as well. Universally Challenged in sixth, Vanplu 987 in seventh, Late to the Party, Kaylee Mack, Boomerang, You're a Quizzed Harry, The Greys, Quiz Tarrant, Dan Collins, Salt Smarts, E=MC Hammer, The Suit, The Big Fact Hunt, Team Hedon, The Equalisers, Just Tiddies and Furious Space still managing to get onto the top 22 even with that points deduction. Okay, next round is round 5. It is the Finger Blasters round. Now, why is it called the Finger Blaster round? Well, I'll tell you. 7 questions now. 7 questions with a super speed bonus. 20 points available at the start of the timer, reducing with time. Okay, so it drops fast, so you've got to get your answer in quick. There's a fastest finger bonus of 5 points for the first fastest, 5 for the second fastest, and 5 for the third fastest. Okay? However, if you get any of the fastest finger bonuses twice at any point during this round, you will lose 100 points. Okay? So there's your gamble. So, if you're on the fastest 3 teams, yeah? Like, you know, at the end of each question, you go, oh, well done. Well done, well done. Yeah, if your name appears there twice, you lose 100 points. Okay, so once you've had the fastest finger bonus, you've got to be careful because if you wind up getting it again, you lose 100 points. And that's any of the fastest finger bonuses, not just being the fastest, any of the top 3, yeah, for the extra points. Feel like I've said that enough times, and if people weren't listening, then it's their own fault, but people don't listen. So I'll say it again. If your name features in the top 3 fastest players or teams at the end of the question, if we see that happen more than once, you lose 100 points. I will tell you at the end of each question who got it, and I'm writing them down, and we'll be keeping track of everything to make sure that that doesn't happen. I've added some more questions, made the round a little bit longer, makes it a little bit more dangerous, and I think you'll agree, a little bit more fun. So, here's your first question. Are you ready? Which of these is a state on the east coast of the United States? The correct answer is Florida. 15 teams got that one right. The fastest. Glorious. So we'll write all them down. Bonzo, 52. I'm just going to write Bonzo. Donuts, which is D-nuts. And Fattening Frogs for Snakes. Okay, so you 3, you're on the list now. If we see your name again in that list of 3 at the end of a question, you lose 100 points. Here's your next question. What colour is the ball used in a traditional game of cricket? The correct answer is red. Of course, dark red leather. 40 teams got that one right, the fastest.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So, YQH, ham, and suit. Okay, here we go. Next question. Which 2008 film shares its name with an ABBA song? The correct answer, Mamma Mia. 33 teams got that one right.
Why is the rum always gone?
I didn't hear that, but there you go. Quiz Tarrant. Put you down as Quiz T. Kaylee Mack. And Fleetwood Max. F Max. Okay. Here's your next question. Who starred in the film Forrest Gump? The correct answer is Tom Hanks. Most of you got that one right. The fastest.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Team Andrews, get in there. So, team, I'm going to put you as Tandrews. And then we've got, let's get quizzical, quizzical. And Adam H. See what's happening now is this list's getting longer and longer, you see. So we're running out of teams that are going to be allowed to get a speed bonus without being penalised. Okay, here we go. Elizabeth Taylor voiced which Simpsons first word? The correct answer is Maggie. 29 teams got that one right. The fastest.
I hear you're a racist now, Father.
Furious Space. Universally Challenged, you're going to know as UC. And the Alabama Fire Dragon. Here's your next question. What nationality is that person, the winner of the 2010 London Marathon? Sigay Kabedi. Pronunciation, not a strong point. Correct answer is Ethiopian. Only half of you got that one right. The fastest three.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey.
Right, fattening frogs for snakes. That's 100 off for you, brother. Who else we got? Vamplu 987, we ain't seen you. I'll write you down. And late to the party. I'm going to put you down as late. John McAteer, Disco Dave. I saw that you actually didn't get the question. I know you know the answer to that question, so we'll sort that out in a bit. Don't panic. Here's your next question, and the final question in this round. The name of the space station, Mir, translates to what? Correct answer. Peace. 13 teams got that one right. Who were they?
Hello, baby.
He's not bothered now. He's like, nah, sod it. Whiskey Business. We haven't seen you yet. And Just Titties. We haven't seen you yet. Well, there you go. Whoever was the fourth fastest, if you were on that list, Harold's done you a massive solid there. So well done, everyone. That is the end of round 5. Go and have a 3-minute jive because I've got to go and sort these points out. We'll be back in a mo. John, I'm messaging you. Hola! We are ready for round 6 when my app works. Okay, quick look at the final scores. Scores before we start the final round, not the final scores. Now I've just got to make one tiny adjustment because I've still not taken off the points of Harold. Wait there, 1 second. Also got to do this. Right there. Okay. Promise you I won't take too much longer. I've just been replying to messages and such. And last one to do is that one. Right, okay. Apologies. Right. So, we shall look upon the final score, the scores before the final round. So Whiskey Business still in the lead. Vamplu 987 moving up into second place. Go on, lad. Bordering on Madness in third. The Alabama Fire Dragon down in fourth. We got the Greys, late to the party. Adam H 1988 Universally Challenged. You're a Quizzed Harry. Boomerang, Quiz Tarrant, Salt Smorts, The Suit, Kaylee Mack, E equals MC Hammer. Original Arthur Norfolk and Good are up there. Team Heedon are up there. Dan Collins is up there. TSJ's up there. Furious Space is up there. Hamilton's up there, and Let's Get Quizzical is up there as well. Not a lot separating the top teams. Let's see what we can do in our final round, which is called, not that, Go Big or Go Home. The reason we call it Go Big or Go Home, I'll explain. First of all, you can lose points here. That's part of the Go Big or Go Home. Because if you go for the wrong answer, you'll lose 10 points. If you don't bother putting an answer in at all, you'll lose 5 points. But it's 25 points for a correct answer, so well worth having a go. Your speed bonus, 3 for the fastest, 2 for the second fastest, and 1 for the third fastest. Okay? So those are those speed bonuses. If you get the fastest finger bonus twice in this round at any point, you lose 20 points. Now, Go Big or Go Home. The reason we call it Go Big or Go Home primarily is because for the first 2 questions, the scoring system is completely different from what I've just said. So put that, what I've just said, to the back of your mind. Because for the first 2 questions, you have an option to gamble a percentage of your points. Okay? So, for example, if you choose to gamble 50% of your points and you already have 200 points, the question will gain you 100 points if you get it right, but it'll cost you 100 points if you get it wrong. The next slide will give you the choices of how much you can gamble. Now, these are your points. It's up to you how much you gamble. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or 60%. So please make your gambles. Thank you. We're just waiting for Boomerang and Apple Juice. Come on, Apple Juice. Make your choices. There we go. Okie dokie. Right. Geography is the category. You don't get the category for the next question, by the way, when you come to gamble. That's only for your first question. The next one, you're flying blind. Here we go. Here's your question. Sri Lanka is in which body of water? Correct answer is the Indian Ocean. 32 teams got it right. The fastest.
Hello, baby.
He's trying to get them points back. Well done, Fattening Frogs for Snakes. R. Harold. FFFS. And well done to Bordering on Madness and Furious Space. Here's your next question. Place your bets. Come on. Let's see what you've got. Can't tell you anything about this question. Anything at all. Here we go. The average human pregnancy lasts approximately how many weeks? Okay, the correct answer, 40. 40 weeks. Most of you got that one right. Well done. The fastest.
Hello,
Oh.
baby.
You're not going to get points back like that, are you, Harold? Unlucky. Well done, TSJ, and well done, Shelley. Okay. Now, 25 points for correct answer, 10-point deduction for a wrong answer, and 5-point deduction for leaving it. Okay, we're down to the last 3 questions. Where's it for? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 questions. Here we go. Who was the young sailor from the Tales of the Arabian Nights? The correct answer is Sinbad. Aladdin was not from Arabian Nights. The song was in the film, but he wasn't a sailor either. The fastest to get it right.
Hello, baby.
He's doing it on principle now, just to upset you all. But it's not working because we know he's not going to win. Well done, Fleetwood Max, and well done, Hamilton. Okay, here's your next one. What are Jennifer Aniston, Colin Farrell and Kevin Spacey in the title of a 2011 film? Okay, the correct answer is Horrible Bosses. Most of you got that one right. I wonder how many of you went for Friends as soon as you saw Jennifer Aniston. The fastest to get it.
Nothing suits me like a suit.
It's The Suit. Well done, Sam. Fattening frogs for snakes. Oh, you nearly did it. And well done, you're a Quizzed Harry. And here is your final question. In the abbreviation of the condition ADHD, what does the H stand for? The correct answer, hyperactivity. Most of you got that one right. The fastest.
Hello, baby.
Minus a million points for you, Harold. Well done, Shelley, and well done, The Suit. Okay, guys, that is the end of your quiz this evening. Let's have a look at the final scores on the doors. We'll go with the top 22. Okay, so in joint 22nd, we've got on 475 points, which is really quite impressive. We've got Boomer and Team Andrews. Well done. Fantastic. Making it onto the top 22 is no mean feat, and you've achieved it. Well done. In 21st, on 480 points, it's No Telly, No Problem. Well done, Claire and Dean. In 20th, on 481, it's Cranky 74. Well done, Nicola. In 19th, on 501, it's Bonzo 52. In 18th, on 510, it's Dan Collins. Well done. In 17th, in joint 16th, on 520, we've got Just Tiddies and Late to the Party. In joint 13th, we've got Furious Space and Hamilton. In 12th, on 549, we've got Team Heedon. Well done, that's Dawn and Les. In 11th place, on 552, it's the original Arthur Norfolk and Good. Well done, Steph and Zach, I believe. In 10th, on 553, it's The Suit. Well done, Sam. In 9th, on 565, it's E = MC Hammer. Excellent work. In 8th, on 578, it's Adam H. 1988. In 7th, on 590, it's Salt Morts. Well done. In 6th, on 598, it's The Greys. In 5th, on 609, in joint 4th, a lot of joints tonight, it's joint 4th on 609, we've got You're a Quizzed Harry and Universally Challenged. And in 3rd place on 629 points, it's the Alabama Fire Dragon. Now then, it would appear we have a tie. In the lead, joint first, 683, is Whiskey Business and Bordering on Madness. Now, I'm going to press this slide and put the scores up. It will play the Whiskey Business tune purely because you're on device number 29, and Bordering on Madness on device number 32, which basically means Whiskey Business joined the quiz a little bit sooner than you, and that's how they dish it out. So, apologies, Bordering on Madness, you won't be able to be a tune. Now, we are going to settle that, okay? And the way we're going to settle that is on the bonus round. Now, normally, the winners of the quiz don't get to take part in the bonus round, and tonight is no exception. However, for the first question, I will ask you the question, and the fastest to answer correctly of those two, Whiskey Business and Bordering on Madness, they will be crowned tonight's winners of the quiz. But then after the first question, they will be eliminated from the bonus round as they're not allowed to compete for the extra points for Saturday. Well, the winner will be eliminated. I'll leave the second place in, and we'll do it like that. So I'm going to set up the bonus round, okay? And I'm going to take some pictures of the scores, reset them all, and then we'll find out who tonight's winner is in a couple of minutes. It's exciting, isn't it? We don't normally get this. Woohoo! Okay then, guys. So we're going to find out who tonight's top shaggers are. Like I said, it will read out the final scores on the screen. It will play the team who was technically the first of the two to.
I like big
oh no!
butts and I cannot lie.
I've already knocked him off to 0. Don't worry, I've got pictures of the scores, so we'll put the final scores up on the Facebook group. Johnny's Online Quizzes. Make sure you've joined that. Okay. So now bonus round. The way this works. 5 random questions from tonight's quiz, okay? Or about tonight's quiz. 100 points per question, reducing to 10 with time, meaning the faster you answer, the more points you get, okay? But it'll drop rapidly, so you've got to be super quick, because a second could cost you 10 points. Now, So we got obviously a tie break to settle off the first question. So what I'm going to do as well is I don't normally do this because we don't normally have a tie break, but I will give the team that happens to not be the winner, so ends up being in second place, because you're tied for first, then you're going to lose basically on speed, which is kind of a little bit unfair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give the team that loses either a free ticket to play the next quiz, so I'll give you a free credit, or then if you're a monthly subscriber, which I'm pretty sure at least one of you are, I'll knock you the value of one quiz off of your next bulk purchase. Because I'm nice. How about that? So we'll sort that out after. If you do come second and you want to claim that, just message me so I know who's who, and I'll send you a code, or I can sort out with the discount, etc. So let's get this settled then. Let's find out who the winner is. The winner of this round, by the way, will get a 50-point head start on the next quiz, which is on Saturday night. Okay. Also, as well, if of the teams at the top, the winning team will then be eliminated, by the way, from this round. You'll not be able to play for the 50-point head start, but you get to play the first question to try and get the win, okay? Which is worth 10 quid, so you know. Now, finish in the top 22 for 150 league bonus points, so you'll get an extra 150 going on top of the league if you finish on the end screen. And there's only 42 teams tonight, so you've got a good chance of doing that. Speed is super important. Let's go. Fingers ready. Here we go. The names of which two Shakespeare characters are used in the NATO alphabet? Looks like we've lost Disco Dave and the Alabama Fire Dragon. Okay, so the correct answer is obviously Romeo and Juliet. Now, what we're going to do is see who was the fastest between Whiskey Business and bordering on madness. Where's my scores? Okay, so find your fist. Come on, where are you? Get this done at some point tonight. Right, so the winner by only 2 points, so there was like a split fraction of a second in it. The winner, the team who was slightly faster than the other of the winning teams, is bordering on madness. So well done, guys. You are tonight's winners. Message me. I'll sort you out some dollar. Whiskey Business, very unfortunate to come second. Only by a tiny little fraction as well. Please message me. I will sort you out with either a discount on your bulk purchase, or I'll send you a free code, whichever way you want to do it. Message me and I'll sort that out. Right, okay. So everybody else, let me just first of all eliminate bordering on madness, which means Whiskey Business, you're still in this, playing for advantage on Saturday's quiz. Let's get cracking. Here's your next question. What name links a New Zealand bird and a fruit? Okay, so the correct answer is obviously kiwi. The fastest... we're not doing that. We're moving straight on to the next question. Here we go. The credits at the beginning of the film are the opening what? The correct answer is, of course, titles. Here's your next question. Who makes cameras? Canon. And your final question. We've got bingo coming up after this, by the way, so don't bugger off. Who is Christopher Dean's skating partner? The correct answer is Jane Torville. Okay, let's find out who was the overall winner of that round, taking a 50-point head start into the next quiz. And it is the suit.
Suits me like a suit.
Oh, bloody hell, only by 1 point. Fattening Frogs for Snakes nearly did you. Well done, everyone else. If you can see your name on there, you've got 150 league bonus points going on as well. Thank you all for playing. It's time for a bit of free bingo, okay? What you need to do now is you can close the RedTooth app. You don't need that anymore. You need to go to a browser, so Chrome or Safari, whichever one you prefer, whichever one you use. And you go into bingomaker.com, okay? Don't worry, I'll put all the details on the screen for you in a second. And what you're looking for is when you go to the website, it'll say join game or host game. Click join game, and then you'll be able to find my game. It'll be Johnny's Online Quizzes. There'll be a list. Scroll down, and when you click on that, it'll ask you for your password. The password is Johnny, all in lowercase. All of that, what I've just mentioned, will be on the screen for you in just a moment. We'll give you a couple of minutes to get logged on, then we'll get bingo out of the way. Catch you in a minute. go. Okay, so bingo live. Just to remind you guys that there is a little bit of a delay. I mentioned it at the beginning of the quiz. Unfortunately, I can't install a delay in this particular software. Just got to go with it. So you'll see the numbers will come out before I say them, basically. Make sure that you tap off your middle square because it's a freebie, and we're looking for a line, either vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. Once you've tapped your final number, they'll all go green and it'll alert me that you've won, so you don't need to do anything. And if you are tonight's winner, you get a free go on the cash bingo, which will be played on Saturday after the quiz. So make sure that you get tickets for that, etc. And if you've not already, please join our group, Johnny's Online Quizzes. Hey, where we get all the updates, reminders and such. Okay, let's get cracking with your bingo then. Remember the delay and remember to blank off your middle square. Here we go. So, we're going now. 9 seconds between each number. And you'll be able to see the numbers that have been called on screen as well. So if you get lost at any point, you can catch up. Your first number is on the G line, and it's 60, blind 60. Your next number is on the I line, and it's 1 and 9, 19. On the B line, on its own, number 8. On the I line, 30, blind 30. On the N line, 3 and 8, 38. On the G line, 5 and 4, 54. On the B line, on its own, number 4. On the O line, 6 and 4, 64. On the G line, all the 5s, 55. Oh, we've got some music. Lovely. On the I line, 1 and 6, 16. On the O line, 6 and 9, 69. Get in. On the O line again, 7 and 1, 71. On the O line again, 6 and 7, 67. On the I line, 2 and 8, 28. On the N line, 3 and 6, 36, and we have a winner, card number 37. If that's you, can you please take a screenshot of that and send it to me on Facebook so that I may process your free bingo game for Saturday night. Okay, guys, that is it from me. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm going to get off. There we go. Thank you all for playing. Thanks for helping me continue work during the COVID lockdown. It's been rather challenging. I'll be back at work, by the way, soon. In a few, well, it's May. I'll be back at the moorings in Sowerby Bridge. So if you want to get in on that, it's Friday nights. We do all your quiz stuff, but a little bit more because obviously I'm there in the pub, so we can play music and do stuff like that. So if you want to get in on that, please do. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you've joined the group on Facebook, which is Johnny's Online Quizzes. I'm going to go before I start rambling. Good night, God bless, stay safe, and please continue to wash your hands, you dirty buggers.